In this lesson, you will learn about Hyper-V, Microsoft's built-in virtualization platform. We will cover what is Hyper-V is, how to install it, and how to configure and manage virtual machines using Windows Server 2025. Virtualization allows us to run multiple isolated virtual machines, or called as VMs, on a single physical server. So this improves the resource efficiency and reduces the hardware required, energy cost, and also simplifies the IT operations by centralizing server management. Before the virtual machines was utilized in the production environment, each application were installed in a single physical server for the isolation. And think about having a physical server, separate physical server for each application in today's environment. Then you need a huge data center with a lot of servers, lot of energy to run an application. But today's, because of these virtual machines and the containers, Docker, Kubernetes, all these, you able to run multiple application in same physical server with a higher availability, better management, better resource efficiency, and reducing the hardware and energy cost. There are many types of virtualization used today. Server virtualization is the kind of virtualization that we are going to see in the entire course, which lets us consolidate physical servers into fewer or more powerful machines. The other one is desktop virtualization. We call it as VDI or RDS. So the desktop virtualization use virtual desktop infrastructure where the desktops are hosted in a centralized servers and the end client machines consume the desktop from the central servers. This also helps us to have centralized management for the desktops, and also this helps you to have a thin client can be utilized at the end user side. So the server virtualization, the major players are Hyper-V, VMware, EXSI. Then in the desktop virtualization, you find VDI and Citrix are all the major key players. Application virtualization where app run in an isolated containers or streams are without installing locally. Then storage virtualization. So instead of having separate physical storage, the same server local storage can be utilized to form a shared storage using storage virtualization. And this is also one of the key advantage or key of changes that happened in the virtualization environment, where it reduces also the resource utilization. So storage with virtualization, the key players are vSAN from VMware EXSI, then Nutanix, and also Microsoft have storage spaces, which we will discuss in this course. Then network virtualization is also used in modern cloud and data center networking. Let's get more familiar with the popular virtualization platform. So Microsoft offers Hyper-V. It is a robust and scalable hypervisor built directly into the Windows Server, and it is ideal for enterprise environment, hybrid cloud integration, and small test labs. So Microsoft comes with the different licenses, data center and standard. The standard offers you two virtual machines per server, but data center offers you unlimited virtual machines. Other major players in the virtualization space includes VMware vSphere, known for its very advanced features, Citrix Hypervisor, optimized and specialized in desktop delivery, KVM, which is an open source option commonly used in Linux environment, then Proxmox VE, a web-based virtualization platform popular among the enthusiasts. So now that we understood what virtualization is, and let's go on step deeper and look at the foundation behind it, the hypervisor. There are two type of hypervisor, type 1 and type 2. Let's see how they, and let's compare it. So a hypervisor means it is a software layer that enables virtualization. It controls the hardware resources and allocate them to the virtual machine. This is how it works. There are two type of hypervisors. Type 1 is also known as bare metal hypervisor, run directly on the physical hardware, and this is the common standard used in the data center and production environment because they offer better performance and security. The examples are the Hyper-V that we just installed, the VMware EXSI or Citrix Zen. These are the common industrial standard products. Type 2 hypervisors, on the other hand, they run on the top of existing operating system, and these are great for local testing, learning, and development environments. Example, the one we are trying, VMware Workstation, which is very good and easy to handle it, but it is running on top of the Windows 11 operating system, and that is why it is called as Type 2 hypervisors. So in this course, we will be working with Hyper-V, and that is a Type 1 hypervisor, giving us access to the enterprise level virtualization capability within Windows Server 2025. So we talked about in general virtualization, different type of virtualization, different type of virtualizations, and different vendors that offers virtualization. Now it is time to talk about our Hyper-V. This course is all about Windows Server 2025, and Hyper-V is the virtualization from Microsoft. It is a Type 1 hypervisor, which means it runs directly on the server hardware and manage resources across virtual machine. It is perfect for labs, production servers, or cloud connected environment. What are the features included in Hyper-V? Hyper-V offers you virtual machine snapshots, checkpoint, live migration. That means you can move one virtual machine from one Hyper-V to other physical Hyper-V. Okay, you can just move. You can just right click and move like you copy a folder. Very simple. You can also replicate. Replicate means whatever the changes made on the Hyper-V 1 can be replicated to Hyper-V C too, so that you have a replication between your virtual machine. It offers you virtual switches so that behind one physical switch you can have n number of virtual switch, and that can be connected to the virtual machines. Then nested virtualization, and then a dynamic memory. So these are the Hyper-V features that comes with Windows Server, and it is also maintained and improved in Windows Server 2025. The installation of Hyper-V is quite simple. Like we did Active Directory installation, you just need to go to the server manager, add roles and features, then you do the installation. What is important for you is to make sure that your the server that you're going to try, or the workstation that you're going to try, meets the requirement for Hyper-V installation. So if it is a server in a production, you have to enable the virtualization on your CPU. This is very important. If you are doing this on a VMware workstation also, you need to enable the virtualization in your CPU. If you have Docker running, uninstall it. If you have Hyper-V installed in the Windows 11 and you are using VMware workstation, then also uninstall the Hyper-V. These are the minimum things that you have to do to run this on the lab environment. As you can see, I have prepared a Windows Server 2025 and named it as Hyper-V 1. There is one special settings that is required to install hypervisor inside a Windows operating system that is running on a VMware workstation. For that, let's click on the Edit Virtual Machine Settings, go to the processor, then enable or select the Virtualize Intel VT option. Once that is done, power up the machine, complete the Windows Server 2025 operating system installation, join to the domain controller. It is not necessary, or it is not a requirement of Hyper-V that you need to be joined to the domain controller, but repeat the process. You can join to the domain controller, make your operating system ready, then continue watching the video to know how to install hypervisor in this operating system. Log in to the Windows Server Hyper-V 1, the one we just prepared now. Open Server Manager. Once it load completely, click on the Add Roles and Features. Then click Next. Then Once you reach to the server roles page, click on Hyper-V, select Add Features. Then click Next. Click Next. Then it's gonna ask you for some kind of settings. So for example, it create a default switch when you create Hyper-V, and now you selected which Ethernet it should bind the virtual switch. Virtual switch now will be created, and it will have a uplink of the Ethernet 0, that is the physical Ethernet connection that I have in this hypervisor. So the virtual switch will have the physical Ethernet link as an uplink to talk to the external network. Then keep the selections as it is. Then if you want, you can enable this option so that you will be able to send and receive live migrations of virtual machine. That means you can move the machines from this server to another Hyper-V server, vice versa. Now here the configuration files and hard disk files. So there are two type of files for a virtual machine. Configuration file, here is the default location. It is always advised to change this location from C drive to D drive, but for this demo I'm gonna keep this in the C drive. Then complete the wizard by clicking on the install option. So after the install, the server will restart. Then once it come back, it will complete the installation. Now the installation of Hyper-V has completed. To open the Hyper-V manager, you can do it from the tools, or you see in the left side Hyper-V, right click on it, then click on Hyper-V manager. That opens up a new console, and starting with the name of this machine, that is HYV1. And you can see in the right side there are many actions you can do, like stop the service. That means this Hyper-V manager will be stopped. So if you want to troubleshoot, or you want to do some refresh on this Hyper-V manager, you can do this here. Also, you will be creating virtual switch, virtual machine, everything from the action plane that you see in the right side. So let's summarize this video. Hyper-V lets you to virtualize multiple servers on a single host. And in this video, we saw how to install Hyper-V or hypervisor in a Windows operating system. In the next video, we will explore about the virtual switch manager, Hyper-V settings, virtual machine settings and all. Thank you for watching. See you in the next one.